Okay, this is the Mangird T. It's a 6BA1DD. It's going to my S tier. Listened to it versus the L9 and also U12T and Z1R and thought this is really an exceptional set. It does its thing. It's got a nice sub-bass focused with a nice trajectory into the mids. It's got a nice mid. It's got, if I put this down and correct it at 1K, it's got maximum 7, maybe 6 dB of gain. And then it's got the notch that is fairly typical nowadays, around 6. And then it's got the post 8K info that I need for cymbals and other stuff. Let's talk about you for a second. You guys are addicts. You guys are chasing something that you're never going to get. And some of you are aware of yourselves and others are not. You think that if you save money and keep going up to levels like something nuts like this is used price, by the way. It's about $5,000 US dollars, roughly. A little less than that. QDC Anole, TEA Fortes, Jomo Trinity, Empire's Legend X. This might be my 64 Audio U18. I sent that back to them. DAP I XLS. I've raged about this. The narrative that there is price brackets and they are there for a reason is a false narrative that is started by companies for obvious reasons and is pushed by reviewers and opinion givers because of reasons that vary from being a troll or delusional. Some people don't even listen to music. They look at frequency charts and make their decisions based on that, which is not the stupidest thing to do, but listening to music is kind of the whole point. You don't need to get up into this level. On these things, the Empire's Legend X, paid for it myself. DAP XLS, paid for it myself. U18ZR, paid for it myself. Jomo Audio Trinity, paid for it myself. TEA Forte, paid for it. QDC was gotten by a trade. Listened in the store, never gave big opinions. I don't really believe in that. You got to spend a little more time than sitting around with your friends and passing around earphones or sitting in a fucking audio store. Take your time. Stuff changes. Things are missed. Things are remembered. Things are gained. The Layla I had, but not the Aeon. Percival, no. DAP again. DAP again. 64 to U12T. 64 to U12T. I'm fascinated by the popularity of this set in particular because it's soft in the cymbals and its bass is soft. This is not really rocket science. People talk about technicalities, and we're talking about drums. We're talking about keyboards. We're talking about pianos. We're talking about guitars, electric or acoustic. We're talking about bass guitars. We're talking about musical instruments. There's lots of them, but not some infinite amount that we can't get in and talk about those instruments. Listening to things like kick drums and bass guitars and vocalists using my library that I intentionally built to put up in front of you in very large size so that you could fall if you choose. This set right here plays as good as all of these sets. It's certainly better than the U12T. It's definitely better than DAP. Think about this for a second. I bought this. This is used. I bought this for close to $3,000. It's 18 tiny proprietary balanced armatures, and it's not that good. It's horribly disappointing, and its packaging is fucking mid chi-fi level. Like, there's some chi-fi companies that are really good. There's some that are ghetto as fuck, and this falls just above the ghetto as fuck category. It's really, really uncool. It doesn't play that well, and it's packaged. You don't feel like you respect it at all. Try fucking harder. Same package as 2018. 2 years later, they're doing the same fucking thing. It's fucking incredible. Empire's Legend X. This went to a Patreon, by the way. This went to a Patreon. Oh, some of these sets went to Patreons. I had this set because I wanted something to balance the Z1R, but there's this, and then there's condensed club playback. Like, that's so fucking opposite, and that's not worth the money, and I don't want to confuse anybody. Think I'm going to save for those Empire ears. Hey, okay, you're an addict. Enjoy the hobby. If you've got money and you want to spend your money, then fucking, you're an adult. Do what you want to do. If you are listening to people that are talking about transients and technicalities, but they're not saying this popular song that you are probably familiar with, this 15-second portion, please listen to it, because on the set that I'm hyping and the set that you think is good, there is a difference. Listen to it if you can. You rarely hear that because people don't want to get pinned down, because technicalities is like audiophile. It's a fucking meme. Audiophile. Let's look at that, because it is a fucking meme. Definition of audiophile. The actual definition by people that collect definitions and put them in books and put them online. Let's not fuck around. Let's look at it again. Person who's enthusiastic about high fidelity sound reproduction. That would be me. I want to hear shit done really well. High fidelity. You did this already, bro. Yeah, let's do it again. Should do it every video. That is very, not faithful, very faithful to the original. So the people that are talking about transients and technicalities are not talking about music, and they're definitely not talking about how that event and how it was recorded and how most people that are familiar with it, because it's popular, they know how it sounds. On this set, that doesn't come through quite as well. Like the kick drums on When the Levee Breaks. Nobody except my hardcore fans really mention that. That is a audiophile moment. That is, you know what it's supposed to sound like, and it doesn't sound like that on some sets. That is not high fidelity. High fidelity plays the low frequency powerful when it's supposed to, and at no other time. When it's there, it should be played like it's there, and vocals should not be sucked back, and the treble should not be pushing vocals so that it's the dominant thing, when that's not how it was mixed. And when you listen to it on headphones and speakers, these are earphones that go in your ear, which means they're effectively earplugs. So people talk about stage, and you know, it's deeper than it is wide, it's wider than it is deep. Really, bro? Really? I think you're trolling everybody. You folks are addicts. Don't chase this shit. This is a hobby. If you're like a watch collector and you know that 12 o'clock is 12 o'clock, but you want to look at 12 o'clock on a fucking $10,000 watch, then fucking have at it. Don't tell people that got $200 watches that they're missing something, because some of those people might be just fucking dumb enough to listen to you. The same with the audio hobby. People, audiophile's a joke. Technicality's a fucking meme. The technicalities are fucking not quite. What the fuck are you talking about? What in the fuck are you talking about? I don't listen to his kind of music. Well, how about pick something? How about have a couple things in your fucking library that are generally well known, just for the purpose of explaining to fucking noobs and plebes and people that don't know and aren't enlightened like you are, apparently, what the fuck it is that you're talking about. 15 seconds of fucking audio, and teach those fucking people what the fuck a technicality is. Because apparently a kick drum isn't a technicality. Apparently the people that master shit in the studio and apply the filters and compressors and say that those are, it's a technicality. Like how that cymbal is replayed. I got more subscribers to my channel because I talk about cymbals than probably anything else, because they know that. How that sounds. They play it, they go in the studio and listen, they think that's not right. Is that me or is that you? Is that are you doing something on the deck? Is that an effect? That doesn't sound right. What? Let's change the mic. Let's do something. That is fucking critical. That is a technicality. Not some imaginary fucking thing that they're trying to talk about. Fucking, I don't know what they're talking about. Don't be a fucking sucker. Listen to music. Follow people that listen to music. This is fucking music gear. If you are of the group that just wants to, bro, don't kill my buzz, I just want to keep going up the ladder, fine. But don't think that that ladder climb is going to get you more stuff. And please don't go tell people that have a little bit less money than you that that's in fact the case. That this set crushes this set. Whatever the fuck that means. These are earphones. These are not mixed martial art fighters getting into an octagon and kicking the fucking shit out of each other. They're fucking earphones. What the fuck does something crushing another thing mean? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. This hobby is stuffed full of bullshit. Stuffed full of bullshit and drama and fucking politics. All of that's fine, except the people that say when you pay more money, you're likely to get the shit in the margins, the technicalities. I'm sorry. Give me 15 seconds of your fucking time and tell me what the fuck song that is that sounds better. And please make it something that is generally known probably around the world. How about like a Michael Jackson? I forget his personal drama. Most people around the world know Michael Jackson stuff. It's got low frequency. It's got lots of micro details. How about something like that? How about take something like that and then say, your set, your $500 set, it's good, but please don't compare it with the $200 set, $2,000 set, because technicalities are not on the same level, bruh. What are you talking about? You just got to go listen to Want to Be Starting something between 1 minute and 1 minute 30 seconds. Go ahead and do that, little man, and then come back to me and tell me what you think. Tell me if you can't hear those technicalities. People just take it to the fucking very edge and drop words like audiophile. Audiophile, wait a second. They like high fidelity. They want very, not faithful, not accurate, very faithful to the original. I want to hear the music the way it was originally created. That's what I want to do. For $300, you can get a set that plays with these absolutely without question. Is it as good as the 64 Audio TEA Forte? Yes. Is it as good as the 64 Audio U18s are? It's better than that set. Is it better than the Empire Ears Legend X? This set, the Mangird T, I'm being very, people are going to start getting this. If you have the Legend X, I'm calling you out. I want you to listen to the Mangird and listen to the Empire Ears. I want you to tell me specifically, educate me, tell me a song, fucking troll me and take a song from my library and say that that plays something better than this plays it. With that giant 15 dB. People, it's amazing how people look at graphs. 15 dB on the left, 15 dB on the right, and somehow it's a great set. I finally woke up. So the challenge is out there. Take the U18, please. I'll get it again. I have the U12T still. Tell me the moment. Enlighten me. Educate my fucking high fidelity seeking ass, please. And I'll leave it at that. Manger T. Highly wrecked, goes in the S tier. Why wouldn't it? And control your addictions, man. Please. There is no plateau. Like you, this is where I want to be. And if there is, it's got no relation to price. If there was, if that happened, it's fucking coincidence, man. It's got nothing to do with the money. Nothing to do with the money. Save yours and go out and have dinner with your family. Take a vacation. Do something that's actually worth $3,000 fucking dollars and not buy earphones. And if you're gonna try to get in that trajectory, do something like go on to a place, not earphone for fuck's sake, these rapists. Some place where you can get a second hand and try what the fucking hi-fi life is like and then judge for yourself. Alright? And I'm out.